Hello, welcome everyone. Can everyone hear me? We should get started just in a second. Hopefully the music's not too loud. Hopefully I'm not too quiet. It's been a little while since we played. Just wait for some more people to come in. Music should okay. Hopefully the music's a little bit louder. We've got that up. Should be okay. A little bit in the background. So yeah, let's get on with the stream. So welcome to the stream. This is the first, I suppose, question and answer stream. So we're going to be talking about Constantiam. We're going to be talking about the 1.18 or 1.17 update. We're going to be talking about the recent changes on Constantiam. We've got a bunch of questions about me and my history sort of on the server. We've got some history about all this. Let's just bring down the music, shall we? Because I think it's a little bit loud. Might just bring myself up a little bit. It's always some fine tuning that I really should have done before. So yeah, we're going to be talking about Constantiam. We're going to be talking about some of my history on 2B2T on Constantiam, finding Constantiam, working on Constantiam, helping out on Constantiam. Yeah, we've got a few IRL questions as well. So yeah, let's get started. So what I'm going to do, we've got some questions that people have already sent in. So people have sent in some questions on my JR Club Discord. If you are on Discord, I suggest you join the JR Club Discord because you can sort of interact with me there a lot easier than, you know, if it were just on my YouTube channel. Hopefully the quality is okay. I've just had an alert from YouTube saying it's not very good, so let's just hope that it's all okay. Right, so let's get into it. So we've got some questions here. Let me just load them up and we can just see what's happening. Alrighty, so the first question we have is the elephant in the room. What's the current status on Constantiam updating? So they want to know what is the status on Constantiam updating, and another question that came in was 1.18 when. So these are sort of all the same questions. So we'll sort of just go from there. So with Constantiam updating, it's a tricky situation because there's so many things going on at once, I suppose. I know Phantom, he does want to update past 1.12, 1.12. It's got to update. If it doesn't update, it's going to die. It's as simple as that. There's not really a debate on whether it is going to update or not. It's just simply that. If Constantiam doesn't update, then Constantiam's over. Same sort of thing as 2B2T and other various servers. 1.12 is cool, but when you're sort of... Oh, hello. Kiwi. When you're playing the same thing for 6 or 7 years, it's not very exciting. So you wanna make some changes. You wanna keep up with the times. People are learning about certain things in Minecraft. You don't want to be playing on a server that is 6 years old and you don't have anything. You don't have anything to sort of do on the server because you're stuck, 6 years ago. So basically Phantom, he does one update past 1.12. If it doesn't update, it will die for sure. I think 1.17 is the version that the server would go up to begin with. Anyway, so we don't want to go straight to 1.18 simply because there just isn't as much compatibility with it. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and get it to 1.17 as soon as possible, and then from there we can go to the other versions a lot easily. Let's just do this, shall we? Yeah, so we'll make the server get to 1.17, and then we'll go from there, because going from 1.12 to anything else, it's just not good enough. That's the only problem with it. So the jump between 1.12. So what I mean by that is the jump between 1.12 and anything else, even to 1.13. The changes are huge. So what you would need to do is you'd have to rewrite all the, most of the plugins anyway, because most of Constantium's plugins are custom. Some of them aren't very good, I know, at the minute, and that's being worked on, but they're 80% of the plugins on Constantium are custom made for the server. So they all need to be rewritten first of all, especially the whitelisting system. That will all have to be redone from scratch. Some plugins as well, we've got like one plugin that does one thing, one plugin that does another thing, one plugin that does another thing, rather than having one plugin that does a bunch of things. So I think there's a lot of optimization that needs to be done, and then the server can update to 1.17. But what will happen is it will all happen at the same time. So when we do the test server for 1.17, it will have all the new plugins ready made for it. So that's why it's just taken a little bit of time. Shout out to Coast404, stream sniping. Obviously, I'm playing on the archive, so if you wanna join, just jump on the archive. We'll take a look at some bases on Constantium, and just have a good time in the stream. So yeah, so when is Constantium updating to 1.17, 1.18, and so on? Really soon. Hopefully by the end of the year, we're looking at a test server that is pretty much successfully running. Not too much lag. I think what it's going to be is the first 10k of Constantium. So I think what will happen is Phantom will make a copy of Constantium, the first 10k of Spawn anyway. And then maybe 5k, and then just put that on the test server and update it to 1.17, see what the lag is like and stuff like that. Second question. So this second question is speaking about my YouTube channel. It's saying, is this a temporary surge of activity to test the waters, or will you be creating content at a more steady pace again? So I've tried quite a few hobbies in the last year, especially with the virus that I don't know if I'm allowed to say on this channel, on YouTube, without it, I don't know, getting in trouble. So yeah, I've spent the last couple of years trying different hobbies, but passion kind of runs out quite fast. So I try and do so many things at the same time. So I'll try and get better at music production, learn another instrument. I don't know, try and fly my drone more, get into Minecraft, try and make more videos, try and start a side business or something like that, and you try and do so many things and you end up just losing motivation for everything. So I've kind of just dumped everything, and I'm gonna focus 100% on YouTube. So yeah, I enjoy making videos, and you want to continue making videos, and I'm gonna try and do it as long as I can. So yeah, I'm gonna start with at least 2 videos a month, and then just go from there. But obviously we'll be streaming. Hopefully every 2 weeks we'll be streaming, even if it's just for an hour or something like that. We'll be able to speak. So yeah, that's that. The third question we have, let's have a look at some bases actually on here, because I've not been on here for so long. Shout out to the archive, shout out to Turbin for having such an awesome server here. So the third question is, do you think Minecraft is addicting? And is it an issue how servers like Constantium or 2B2T can consume time and the people who play them occasionally? So this is a really interesting question, because I think it depends entirely on your personality. If you are the type of person that can get addicted to things quite easily, then maybe it can be a problem. I mean, I've played games like, GTA 5, where I've spent a lot of time on it, but at the same time, I've easily stopped. It wasn't very difficult to stop playing. I simply just stopped playing, and it was as easy as that. Then I started playing Battlegrounds in 2016, and I think I spent every day playing Battlegrounds, pretty much for the entire summer of 2016, and it was a lot harder to quit. Mainly because I was playing with people that I knew in real life, people that I work with, friends, and it was just, it was just a good time to like speak with people, run around an open map, pretty much doing whatever you want, training your ability to move as a team and take out other teams and stuff like that. So there was a lot more involved with it. So for me, it was a lot more enjoyable to play. When it comes to Minecraft, I think that was the hardest thing I've ever had to stop playing. Mainly, again, you've got that open world sort of value to it, but there's always a new base. There's always a new group. There's always a new exploit. There's always a new dupe most of the time, even on these servers that are like 1.1, 1.112. There's always a new dupe. There's always a new exploit happening. It's just too easy just to get sucked into it. It's also engaging, so you're not just sitting at a base doing nothing half the time. You're speaking with friends, you're exploring and things like that. So it really can take time, and especially if you can't entity speed and stuff like that, it does take a very long time to move around. Yeah, so I think it can be very addicting, Minecraft. I think there's also the risk of getting too involved in virtual blocks, to the point where you start taking video game drama into real life, and I think that becomes a real problem, because then you're entering into things like doxing, you're entering into things like just stalking people and harassing people, and it really just shows, I suppose, what type of person you are. Not really something that people, I don't know, not really the type of person that most people would want to be friends with, I guess. Especially if you're younger. So if you're younger and you're getting addicted to Minecraft, I think the only thing you really need to worry about is it affecting your grades. And then also, I suppose, what we've just spoken about, taking things into real life, doxing, really just becoming someone that people in real life don't want to associate with and be friends with, if it makes you a vengeful and spiteful person. And I think if you do get involved with the Anarchy community too young, I think you can definitely become a vengeful and spiteful person over stuff really that at the end of the day doesn't mean anything. So yeah, there's a risk there. If you're older, I suppose it can cause issues with work-life balance. If you're just playing video games all the time, maybe you're not spending time with family, maybe you're not spending time with your partner if that's what you have. Maybe you're not building up, qualities like accountability, responsibility, things that, there aren't much of these days. And I think if you can maybe limit the amount of time you spend playing on these games, especially addictive ones like Minecraft, it can help you develop these qualities, having accountability, having responsibility, just understanding, sort of being street smart with real life, I suppose. And they're qualities that just get you a lot further in life. So yeah, that's kind of my answer to is Minecraft addicting. Yeah, and I suppose with the way that Constantiam and 2B2T work is you're traveling to bases a lot. So when you're traveling around to bases, it's just going to take you so long to get there on some servers, and that's going to take so much of your time. So yeah, that's that. If I could go back and do things differently in regard to 2B2T or Constantiam, what would I do differently? So this is a great question, and it's kind of a really interesting question. I think I would finish my cathedral at Horizon. Horizon has had my cathedral unfinished, I think, since 2016, so I probably should finish that. Yeah, man, I think it's... Sorry, I was just having a drink. I think it's a really interesting question because I don't really look back at the past and think about doing things differently. I'm just not that type of person, so I'm not sure if I would do anything differently. But, I spent a lot of time at different servers. What did I do? There was big servers, there were small servers on both servers. Did big and small bases on both servers. I did a bunch of traveling. I helped Housemaster with the 30-second lag spikes of 2014. So in 2014, there was, lag spikes every 30 seconds on 2B2T. House sent me, TPS reports and things like that, and we tried to figure out what was going on. In the end, it was like files and stuff like that. So that was fun. We submitted Minecraft bug reports to Mojang. We found issues while playing 2B2T and pushing Minecraft to the limits. We managed to find bugs and things like that we fixed with Mojang. So not only are we making 2B2T and other servers better, but we're fixing the game that millions of people play. So I thought that was pretty cool. That was a pretty good time. The 2B2T blog, I suppose, at jamesrustles.com. I checked it the other day, and it's got over 840,000 readers on it that have read it since it started, which is just crazy to me. I didn't think that when I was just writing about the places that I've been to, 10 years ago, whenever it was, that anybody would want to read it. But I suppose with Russia and things like that, it really brought a lot of people to the server, and then to my blog and things like that. So I'd like to think that's an achievement, I suppose. I've met a lot of players as well. I've met players in real life all over the world in different countries, London, Paris. I've met players from the United States. I've met players from Eastern Europe, Western Europe, all over. And I speak to some of these every day. I would consider them very good friends. There's also people that I know that are now household names. When you think of Minecraft, you now think of these people. Mainly FitMC with 3 million subs, something like that. So that's crazy. I think I would say that. I don't really think I would do anything differently. I would just look back at what I've done and enjoy it, I suppose. Which players and bases have impressed you on the server? I mean, putting all the memes aside, I think I have to be really impressed by Allmonger. So his ability to, that's not what the word is, endure, I suppose. Endure building on servers like 2B2T and Constantiam. And he does it really well. He builds machines and factories and and just bases, I suppose, just normal builds that I would never think of building. They're intricate, they're efficient, they don't really cause any lag, all memes aside. He's actually a really good builder. He's played on Minecraft for like a decade, so I suppose there's lots of history there. I would like to make a video on different people on Minecraft. Allmonger is definitely a person I would like to make a video on, because I think he's a legend, but we'll leave that there. Maybe it's something in the future. I like also the events on Constantiam. So there's events that are run by multiple players on Constantiam, and I think that's really great. It gets people involved, it builds the community, it just makes a server a better place to be on. And also plenty of bases that have impressed me too. So yeah, what players and bases have impressed me? Bases. I suppose any big bases that had a bunch of people in that didn't get leaked, or didn't get leaked for a long time. So I suppose the Realms, Nexus, Fadas, the base that I'm at now, they're all great bases that lasted a very long time. I mean, even Horizon and Royal Dynasty lasted a very long time and just worked really well. I think the people there had great fun, while it lasted. So they're very impressive, and I like it when people come together from different places in real life and come together on a video game and build something amazing. I think that's really great. Things that I'm looking forward to. Okay, I guess this is kind of like an IRL question, but I am unironically waiting for Constantium to launch the test server, so then we can update the main map and breathe some life back into the server, because that's what it needs for sure. There's a lot to do, but I think if enough people feedback their experience on the test server and any bugs to Phantom, it will make it much quicker and much smoother once it comes on. That as soon as that test server can get started, I'm looking forward to that. I've heard the 2B2T test server is going really well. If that's true, then let's go. Let's do it. So I guess I'm not sure if this is a Minecraft or a real life question, but I suppose that's the Minecraft side of things. I'm just with everyone else waiting for Constantiam to update to 1.17. Hey, Allmonger's in the chat. So he's just said he's turned down interviews from 4 people at this point. You think he might, but it would be a few years from now when he stops playing. So yeah, go for it. You know, I'm always going to be here. Even if I stop uploading for a little while, I'm always going to come back and post an interview or something like that. So yeah, I'm always happy to interview anyone. If you know you think you've accomplished something big, just please get in touch and we'll do a stream. So yeah, going back to things I'm looking forward to, the Minecraft side of things, getting Constantiam updated. I suppose in real life, I'm studying for some Microsoft exams that I'm taking later. You know, 2 years with my girlfriend coming up, so that's quite nice. Yeah. So what sports do you do? Oh, what sports do I do? I enjoy running. I enjoy lifting weights when I remember to. I need to schedule things in, otherwise they just don't get done. I'll be like, yeah, I'll do that next week, and then it just doesn't happen. It's as simple as that. So just got to sort of do it. I mean, I pay for a gym membership that I never use, so I think that says everything that it needs to say. Yeah, in terms of sports, I think that's it. I suppose lifting weights, running, and doing your mum, I guess, would be another sport that I enjoy. What is the main thing that takes up your daily time? Do you work somewhere professionally, or do you currently prioritize hobbies for yourself? I've got a nice split, I suppose, between work and leisure. Yeah, I do work professionally in tech. I have done for 12 years, 13 years. Hey, Turbin, thank you so much for the donation. $5 from Turbin. No message, but shout out to the archive. If you're on Minecraft, if you enjoy 2B2T, come to the archive. You have got pretty much every base on 2B2T on here. You've even got Constantiam on here and the old Project Vault. That's not something that many people know. You can actually access the original 2B2T preservation project on the archive. So shout out to the archive. I think what I'm going to do is go back to a 2016 base actually and just hang out at the slums. Look at this. Let's look at the sunrise over the slums. I'll leave that there. Yeah, so working in tech for about 12 years. The main thing that takes up my time, I suppose, is a multi-angled one. I'm always trying to improve in all aspects of my life. Just always try and be better the next day. So whether it's in my, relationships, friendships, career, I try and see work more as play. That helps a lot. I don't want to wake up and be like, oh, I have to go to work, I hate it, blah, 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 because it just sets your day up to not be a great one. So always trying to improve in terms of hobbies. Yep, trying to get back into YouTube. This is what we're doing here. Shout out to everyone watching this stream. Video editing, big fan of that. I spent a lot of years in the past on music, I suppose, creating it myself and then playing in bands on drums, guitar and bass, playing bass at the minute. So that's quite interesting. Still trying to find a game. Every now and then I'll join Constantiam on an alt, just see how things are doing. Reinstalled Left 4 Dead recently, which is really cool to sort of play again. So yeah, I recommend that. Here we go, question 9. Will you continue with the Phantom Captain Sires? If not, why? And another question that came in really similar to that was, my question is, are you actually Phantom Captain? Shout out to Yatta with a $5 donation. Thank you so much. Yeah, shout out to you. I don't know what it is you do. If you're in chat, pop something in chat. I'll shout you out. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, another question is, are you really Phantom Captain? So I assume by the first question with size, you mean the story that Phantom started Constantiam? I had to Google it. I didn't know what it was. Apparently it's like the forefather or something like that. So I'm guessing you mean that Phantom started Constantiam. He did start the server, yeah. And he's the only person with access to the game and the log files. I always try and say that to people when they ask, but you help with plugins, you do this, you do that. I don't have access to the server at all. So I send Phantom code, he looks at it, if he likes it, he'll compile it, he'll install it. So yeah, I'm not Phantom. I did join a few months after the server began though. And I suppose the reason it got popular, it ended up on my blog. People from 2B2T that sort of had enough of 2B2T and were sick of 2B2T. And they joined the server because they wanted to get away from it and play something that was a bit more real anarchy, I suppose, than what 2B2T was at that point in April 2016. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, I mean, I help Phantom with advice sometimes. The latest website design, so I designed the latest website for him because the other one wasn't that great, and he sort of needed something to hook into the application page for the server as well, because the whitelist is now back on from today. So you have to apply. You don't have to put a whole book in the reasoning. You just say why you want to play Constantiam. Most people get approved, unless of course they're just, I don't know, spam bots or something like that that we don't really need and take up spaces on the server and resources, I guess. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, the changelog. So the Constantiam changelog, CCL, that's now a Discord that I run with Phantom. So if you do want access to that, you'll be able to find that on the website. So it's just constantiam.net/CCL, and you'll be able to join that and just see what the updates are. So today the whitelist was re-enabled, so that update was put in the Discord to let everyone know. Yeah, so I think a server like Constantiam and definitely 2B2T back in the day would be impossible for one person to run. So while there is one admin, it has other people to help. So I think it needs it, and apparently a lot of people email Phantom with tips, with tricks, with some code for plugins and things like that. So that's kind of, it's community run. I think the server. If you have an idea, email Phantom. If you're like, hey, I don't like this because it's broken, it should be vanilla. Here's how you can make it vanilla. Here's some code that you can turn into a plugin to make it vanilla. Send that to Phantom. He'll deal with that perfectly. Question number 10. I guess this is from Cuboid. Is Cuboid the greatest Constantiam player to ever exist? I'm not sure if I can say he's the greatest player to ever exist. I think Uber Slugcake will always have that in my heart. He has a special place in my heart, so that's the question, the answer. Sorry. Are you going to be back playing on your main again, or will you be inactive regarding Constantiam? At the moment, I just don't have enough time to play Constantiam. I would love to play. I don't think I could just get back into it though, with the time that I have. So I think I will try and play. Like I said, I come on at an alt and things like that. But yeah, I think I'll get on. Maybe even a couple of hours a week just to see how everything's going. And getting more involved with the community. I want to get more involved in YouTube and therefore more involved with the community as well. Here's an old base on Constantiam, again on the archive, so shout out to Turbin for the archive. Question 12, I'm not sure who this was from, but it says, will you come to the Mighty Sheep event with Phantom Captain? To prove you're not Phantom Captain? Yeah, I'm sure. Just make sure there's no Latvian sheep there, and I'll be there. Will you bring the podcast back? Will you team up with the Anarchy podcast and interview the Anarchy community as a whole? I think it would be a great idea, and you're really good at interviewing people as well. Okay, so thank you for that. I would love to carry on podcasts. Like I said, I want to interview players that have had a huge impact on not just 2B2T, not just Constantiam, but Anarchy as well. So, Allmonger in the future. Lots of people. There are, big names on 2B2T now that I once knew quite well, I suppose. I would like to interview them as well. So, I mean, yeah, I'd like to secure some big names soon, if possible, on the podcast. So I suppose, yeah, just keep your eyes peeled, I guess, and we'll see what happens with that. I have a very long list of people that I want to interview. So, question 14 was, when was a time you were most motivated to play Constantiam in 2B2T, and why? And when was a time you were least motivated to play, and why? So, that is a great question. With 2B2T, I think I would say between 2012 and 2016 were best times. And that is the only reason, that's the only time that I actually played on 2B2T. So between 2012 and 2016, I was always on 2B2T because of the close-knit community. So there weren't many players. Not many, not too many new players joined at the time. It was, it was a time when, I suppose it was before 2012 was like that as well. There was only the same 70, I suppose, people that played across time zones. So there would only ever really be about 30 something players on. Oh, by the way, this is a very interesting base. Yeah, there'd only be about 30 people on. So it was a period of big bases, big projects, big drama. And it made it really interesting to play on, I suppose, being involved with that. Sort of goes back to what I was saying with 2B2C and Minecraft being addictive. Yeah, so it was, period of big bases, big projects. I think I spent like a year or two just restoring old bases on 2B2T. So 400 base, Valk, quite a few other bases. I just restored them. So I found that they were lava casted and destroyed. I would destroy the lava casts. I would rebuild based on old pictures that I found. Oh, hey, Bunko. Thank you for the $5 donation. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate that. Shout out to Bunko. Yeah, guys, so if you're not in the James Rustles Discord, I urge you to join. It's in my description. So take a look at that. I think it's just discord.gg or .com / James Rustles, but take a look at the description. It is in there, and if you join, you can put questions to me, video ideas and interview ideas and stuff like that, and yeah, we'll just have a chat. But yeah, 2B2C, it was a really great time. I would restore old bases. I think 400 base I restored about 6 times because Silver Crown King kept coming back and destroying it because he just wanted it dead. Pyrobite as well would spam trees there and things like that. So yeah, that was a good time. Then I suppose the least motivating time was when all the truth came out. I suppose that players had benefits that other players didn't, like access to the console, access to the server itself and the files, direct communication with Housemaster, and a lot of influence over him, I suppose, that other players didn't have and wouldn't have. So yeah, it didn't seem like anarchy. It didn't seem like everyone was on the same playing field. People had copied bases and things like that. So that's part of the reason I left. Maybe I'll make a video about why I left soon. Yeah, I left in April. So April 2016 I left, and I think it was in June Russia joined, and then he just killed the old 2B2T for good. Sure, the server stayed alive, but 2B2T was dead, completely dead, as far as the community and the culture. Definitely. 2B2T, as soon as Russia joined, 2B2T stopped being 2B2T. So whatever people think it is now, that's not what it was. Yeah. Let me just ask some questions from the chat, and then we'll go back to my favourite times on Constantiam and not my favourite times on Constantiam. So, any thoughts on the server bots? People have been advocating that the useless ones that aren't chat bridges should just get banned, and others that simply AFK at spawn. I don't know if they should get banned just for being server bots. The bots are annoying, but it's tricky because some of them do offer a purpose, but they are being phased out. So, for instance, there is a join date command, / join date. There's lots of other commands. Soon there's going to be a / playtime, I think, or PT command that will actually tell you from the server how long players have played for. And so now with the join date command, you can see the day someone joined and the day they were last seen. These are all files that are stored on the server. So every time you join a server, it creates a file for you. And it basically, in that file, saves everything you've ever done. How long you've played, how much XP you've earned, how much damage you've dealt to other people and players, how much damage you've had, how many times you've died, everything in your statistics page, I suppose. If you press escape and then statistics, that is a file on the server. So when you run the join date command, that is from the server. That's not from some random bot that thinks you joined, you know, at that time. So I think at that time things probably will be phased out, but we'll take that as it comes, I guess. Let's go from there. So with Constantiam, what was my most motivating time? What was my least motivating time? I think my most motivating time on Constantiam, I guess, was the golden years, 2016 to 2018. Again, the same reason why I liked 2B2T. It was a close-knit group of players with enough people to make it interesting. I have such a terrible cough. I got back from vacation this morning. I've had like 2 hours of sleep. Yeah, we all knew each other on Constantiam back at that time. There was not enough players, but there was enough regular players to make it interesting. It was a period of bases. It was a period of events, just like 2B2T, which I really enjoyed. I then became less interested in Constantiam because I think that I felt like I'd accomplished everything I wanted to on the server, you know? And I was sort of becoming more busy with responsibility in real life. I bought a house. That took all of my time sorting that out. Yeah, so... yeah, I guess real life just took over, I suppose. There wasn't really anything that I disliked about Constantiam. It still has a great community, there's still events going on and things like that. I just lost interest because I was focusing on other things, I think. Okay, so question 15. Are you British? No, but I lived in the UK for a long time. I'm Italian, sono italiano, but yeah, I've lived in the UK for a very long time, so hence the way that I sound. Però no, sono italiano, sono sempre italiano, ho il passaporto italiano, quindi sì. If you had to pick a real life applicable skill you could master overnight, so if I could pick a skill I would master overnight, what would it be? Same for Minecraft. This is a really question. You bought a house hopefully a couple of years ago. Yeah, thank you, Stone Cold Killer. It was 2019, just before the pandemic. So yeah, just in time. So what skill would I want to learn overnight? So in Minecraft, I guess a full understanding of redstone, along with all the switches and gates. You know, the AND gates, the OR gates, things like that. So I would love to be able to create machines, farms, timers, stuff like that. I think that's why. I look up to Allmonger and the way that he plays and the way that he builds, because it's something that I've always wanted to do, I guess. So yeah, a full understanding of redstone is something I would like to learn overnight. In real life, so many things to pick. I think I would like to learn. I would like to know everything about music production. Yeah, I would like to know everything about music production. I enjoy making music. I always have, whether it's live or electronically. But yeah, I would love to do that electronically, I think. But again, I can't pick one thing, so it's very difficult. One of the Patty Matt, hey Patty. He asked if I still play in Constantiam. If not, what would bring me back? So no, I don't play. Like I said, I sometimes pop in on alts. What would bring me back? The update. Yeah, I want 1.17. As soon as that test server's back on, I'll be playing for sure. Yeah, so again, MK Incendio was saying that he notices players using Moobot to find joy date and last scene, sorry. That is completely wrong. So the join date and the last scene that bots will give you 99% of the time are completely wrong. So that is also 2B2T, that's Constantiam, wherever there's a bot that's telling you, you know, how long you've played and things like that. It's just a load of nonsense, really. There's absolutely no way that the bots will know how long you've played, because the bots can only know how long you've played based on how long they've been online as well. So it's just inaccurate. It's totally inaccurate. Use the / join date command. Use the / donate command. Yeah, so that's that. Let's take a look here. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, that's pretty much that. If those commands get implemented, then command bots would have little function aside from chat bridges. Yeah, that's exactly the thing. So I get, the fun things like quotes and things like that from people. That would be great. Quotes from players. That would be a really fun thing to have. But join date commands and stats, I would say leave it to the actual /, leave it to the / commands, because that's the only thing that's going to be accurate. Allmonger asked who has the most XP on the server, so that can be found out for sure. I think that could be the current level of XP or the total level of XP. I'm not sure, but I think you can. Yeah, I think you can see both of those from the server file, so that could be done for sure. Press the feather to fly is what I've just been told. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What are you playing these days? Still Minecraft, or have you branched out to other genres? I'm not really playing that many games. I'm playing Left 4 Dead every now and then. It's quite a fun game to play, but no, I'm not playing games too much at the minute. I would like to, but I just don't have time, unfortunately. Let's have a look and see. Donations are pretty low at the moment from what I see on the website. Do we have to fear that Constantiam is shutting down anytime soon? No. Constantiam will not shut down anytime soon. If it is low on donations, then I suppose people will... Oh, hey, Henry. I suppose people will come together and make sure that doesn't happen. I have paid for the server bill a few times in the past when it hasn't been reached. I know other players do as well. There's a few of us that are more than happy to pay for Constantiam if it doesn't reach. So there's nothing to worry about. Constantiam won't go down if it doesn't reach its donation level. Question from Dirty Dog. So, hey Dirty, thank you very much. Do you think that this new chat reporting banning system will be blocked from Anarchy servers? Unfortunately, there's not a way to block it. From what I've seen, if you update, there just isn't a way to block it. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there. It's going to be really interesting times. I don't know if it's going to affect 1.17. If it doesn't, then I guess that's the version that Constantiam stays on. If not, probably plugins. I know a bunch of people posted some plugins that allow you to authenticate with like cracked servers. So that's something to look at. I think a lot of servers will go offline and have their own ways of connecting through your Minecraft account to their server, but bypassing the whole Mojang chat system. That is just terrible. I don't agree with it at all. I think people should be able to, within reason, obviously, say whatever they want to say. I don't think doxing and bringing real life into the game should be a thing in any game, really, but especially Minecraft. But maybe that's a video for another time. Is James Phantom? No, I'm not. Like I said, I help with Phantom a lot. Pretty much it. Top Hat Jack asked me what genres of music I like to listen to and create. I listen to everything. So at the minute, I've been listening to a bunch of like Brazilian like reggaeton music and like Jamaican and stuff like that. But this morning, I was listening to drum and bass pretty much the whole morning. So yeah, I'll listen to anything and I'll sort of create anything that I like. I'm in the mood for, I guess. I've heard there's a plugin for the chat system thing. I don't know what that is. I don't know what the plugin for the chat system is. I mean, there is a plugin for the chat, so you can ignore people and things like that. But yeah, I'm not too sure. Don't forget to vote for Awawawawal, or however you pronounce his name. Any advice for new players just starting on Constantiam? So this is from Andrew27. Great question. I suppose get out of spawn as fast as possible. Don't stay around spawn. Get some grass, get some seeds. I do have a video on my channel, if you're new to my channel, called Escaping Constantiam Spawn. I did it in vanilla. So if you take a look at that, you'll sort of see how I managed to get out of spawn in vanilla. It's not that difficult, to be honest. It looks a lot harder than it was. I would say do your own thing for a while. I would say this with I would say this to anyone really, starting anything, whether it's a game or real life. Do your own thing. Get to know yourself. Get to know what you want to do. Get to know what you want to be. Get to know what your style is. And just really work on that and sort of perfect it as much as you can. When you know it, other people will be interested and they'll join you. That's pretty much it. You involve yourself in the community as much as you can, and yeah, and people will want to hang out with you if you're a decent enough person. Just yeah, don't dox and be a twat, basically, I guess. And you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. Here's a free tip for new players, Kiwi says. Don't be a poser. Exactly. Don't be something you're not. Don't people look at these videos, especially like what Russia made and what 2B2T used to be like, and they think that being the most toxic person on the planet is what anarchy is about. That's not what anarchy is about. Like you can do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be that. And you'll find that the type of player you are, and I suppose the type of person you are in real life, you'll attract other people that are like that. So if you're not great, you're going to attract people that are not great, and you're not going to have a good time. There'll always be drama, there'll always be problems, there'll always be, all sorts going on that is just negative. But if you're positive, if you're, a decent enough player, hell, if you want to troll a bit, but overall, yeah, if you're like positive and you're a cool player, then they're the type of people that you'll be basing with. They're the type of people that you'll be friends with. Yeah, AFK fishing is the way to go. So don't play Minecraft. Just sit at a 4x4 hole of water and fish. That's how you beat Constantiam. Dirty Dog wants to know when we're going to meet up and go for a drink again. Anytime, man. You tell me, and we'll sort it out offline. We'll sort it out on Discord. Yeah, Turbin again is agreeing with how you should start off, or how you could start off. I wouldn't say should, because you can do whatever the hell you want at the end of the day. He says do your own thing, and then you'll connect with the nice people if you're stable and productive. That's so true. Leo, of course, has caught the most fish on the server. I think maybe like a / top stats would be cool, where it would show you the top player that has done the certain most amount of things. So fish caught, soil dug, snowballs thrown. It would be cool to see who's done the most of that for sure. Hey, let's change base here. I kind of want to have a look at some of the old project, the old hub. I wonder if this works. I've never played it, to be honest. Wow, this brings me back. Gape 1, Avalon. Wow. Woo, this is crazy. Right. Swamp base. Right, let's go here. Let's go Gape 1. Does it work? I'm not sure what's happening. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. That would be interesting. That would be interesting if it worked. The faces of 2B2T. Oh, I remember this. So yeah, it's basically all the players on 2B2T that were big at the time. House himself. Snacky, Jack, Jared, Drew, Lemonfoot. Wow. Some old names that I've not seen for a while. Pyrobite, the King. Fish caught. Yeah, I agree, Bunko. We should add we should add a command just for fish. Why not? Why not? Let's do it. Oh hey, it's me. Hello. This is pretty cool. This is pretty neat. I might just pop this here. There we go. That's pretty cool. Let's have a look at some of this this chat. So Leo is stable and productive, more like a static and productive fisher. Yeah, exactly. Very true. Weird one, but what are your thoughts on LARPing? MK asks again. Have you preferred a more mature and serious player base, or one with a healthy amount of idiocy and random jokes? I've played in both. So I've played in 2B2T when it started, when it was, you know, a healthy amount of idiocy, I suppose, and random jokes. You know, just fun, just fun, I suppose. But then also fun with a mature audience on Constantiam. So the early bases, they were quite older people, I think, like in real life, I suppose, and people that have played Minecraft for a long time as well. It was just a bit more chill, you know. You would build a house, you would just have a good time, you know, chat about life and things like that with people. I like both. I really enjoyed both, but my thoughts on LARPing, I don't get LARPing. I don't really understand LARPing. If you want to do it. That's cool, but yeah, I don't think that's one for me. Yeah. Turbin likes the idea of top stats. Let's do it. Try the vault at the original location. Turbin is saying, I want to do it. I want to see what's going on. Math Outpost, Vault Hub, original location. Let's have a go. I want to see the gape. Oh god, that's going to be cut. That's going to be cut for sure. Oh my god. Hey, Turbin. Oh, this isn't the gape. So I know what this is. This is the... Oh yeah, this is the 30 mil. So on the vault, sorry. Obviously there were all the bases of 2B2T. But a few of us that sort of started the server, we had this section here where we could just build whatever we wanted. The green, white and red, I guess that was mine. Oh, I think I made this as well. Cringe. Yeah, so that was quite fun. Let's go back to Constantiam for a second, and we'll just take a look and see at some. Interview Drew 1K Oaks says, yeah, I would have anyone on. I honestly would have everyone on this on my chat if he wants to have an interview with me. Yeah, come along. We'll have a chat. we'll see what's up. I think it would be good. I don't think it will happen because I think saying things on Discord and on Minecraft chat is one thing, but I think actually speaking to people is a bit different. It's sort of real life, and I think a lot of people wouldn't say things to others in real life that they would say in chat, so I think that would be interesting. This has been a great stream. I think we're coming up to about an hour. If you have any other questions, please stick them in the chat. I'm probably going to do this for about 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to sleep because I've had like 2 hours of sleep, and I think I have sunstroke. I don't know what's going on with me, but yeah, I just need to sleep. So yeah, if you have any other questions, please stick them in chat. Thank you so much to everyone that donated. I did not expect that at all. I set that up a little while back. I put the link in my description. And yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you're not in the Discord, join the JR Discord because that's the place to be. It's really kicking up now. Again, with every 2 weeks that goes by, there's going to be a video. I'm hoping to have a lot of videos lined up so we can then have like a video every week. But let's see how it goes. I think the problem is with some people when you start with too many things at once and you try and go too hard. I think in this day and age, everyone wants to go from not having an idea of what you want to do, like being a professional, like go to sleep and wake up a professional. That's not going to happen. And you can burn yourself out, which is definitely something I did in 2020. Definitely burnt myself out trying to do too many videos, trying to do too many podcasts, especially with people in America. I'd have to wake up at like 3 a.m. and do, or stay up until 3 a.m. and do an hour, 2 hour, 3 hour long podcast with them, and then edit it all together. So yeah, once every 2 weeks I think will be good to start off with. Can you get banned from James Cord due to hot political takes? Not really, no. Most people leave because they have takes that can be easily debunked. I guess that there's not that many people, you know, some people can't take different opinions, I guess, so they leave, but no one's banned for their political takes. No, definitely not. Yeah, thank you, Patty, for that. Thank you for coming along as well. Thank you to everyone for coming along. Allmonger asked, ETA on 1.7 and 1.8. So by the end of the year, 100%, we will have a test server running that's almost complete. Hopefully in the next few months. There's work been going on in the background. Like I said, plugins need to be rewritten from scratch, so it's not a simple thing, unfortunately. But yeah, it just takes a little while. Link Discord server, Patty asks. It's in the description. So if you check in the description, it's the JR Club Discord. It's in almost every description of my latest videos as well. So please take a look. And if you want to join, you are more than welcome to join. Egghead asks, have I ever been to Scotland? Yeah, I have actually. So I've been to Scotland for about 5 hours. Not really Scotland though. So one of my friends got married sort of in England on the border of Scotland, and then their wedding reception was in Scotland. So we drove over the border and we had the reception there, but it was like half an hour over the border, so not really Scotland. I would love to see Scotland. Something the last few years has really shown, I suppose, is that you can just travel in your own country and see a lot of things. I used to, travel abroad and stuff like that, but you can travel in your own country, and there's so much to see. Sometimes you just don't think about it, but that's definitely something I would recommend doing if you have the chance and you are able to do it. Definitely do that. Thank you, customer support, my trusty moderator, for the link. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you Bunko, thank you Allmonger, thank you Turbin, thank you Neko, was it? I can't remember who it was that donated, but thank you so much for all the donations. Yeah, test server for the new version would be fun. Archer, I'm looking forward to that very much too. Come along, talk politics, and don't get banned in the JR Club Discord, also James Cord. Yeah, this has been the stream. Thank you so much for coming along. We'll do this every month at least, so we'll do a question and answer every month. Maybe I'll be swinging around other bases as well. Maybe I'll be playing Constantiam in the next live stream. I would like to do that. Maybe I can show you some of my bases on Constantiam live, and you can come say hello if you know who I am. But thank you so much. Thank you for coming along. I'm going to sign out, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.